Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche pregame show presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single day. AJ, Rudo, Blaze coming to you live before the Avs take on the Dallas Stars. And let's be honest, in a game where if the Avs want to continue to push for first in the Central Division, you absolutely have to have this one. Not just because it's Dallas, but because Dallas is the tired team on a Segababa. Minnesota also playing tonight. There's every reason in the world for the Avs to be as up as possible for this game and have the advantage in this hockey game. With that being said, Dallas did have a pretty easy one last night, 5-2, but it was an ultra late game, so pretty quick
8:40
turnaround.
start.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Pretty quick turnaround for Dallas on that front, and they had to
Are we
travel.
sure about that start time?
Actually, well, 7:40 local, 8:40 here.
Oh my god! So on top of that, they are going with Ottinger
Again.
back to back. They're sticking with their starter on that one. So Dallas wants this one too. Let's start here. Is Pete DeBoer the Avs nemesis?
I think he's Jared Bednar's nemesis.
Bednar specifically?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. I'm here for that take.
I think Dallas is kind of like Colorado's playoff daddy.
Until they're not.
Yeah, I mean, you have obviously the 99 and 2000 series,
Yeah.
and then you have, I think there was another one in the 2000s. I think the Avs beat them one time, and then obviously the one a couple years ago.
That one still stings in the bubble.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. It's never bothered me that much because you're down 3-1 in a series with Michael Hutchinson in net. It's just like
No, I get the circumstances.
your
It still just
expectations
sucks
are
to
just like-
lose.
Oh, it does.
And
but-
well, in the way that they lost that last game,
Yeah,
right? Like
that-
going up and then
Yep.
If they get
losing
one
it.
save out of
Yeah.
Michael Hutchinson, they win that game.
well, it's like if you get one decent play out of Nazem Kadri,
Also
the shift
true.
after you
Yeah.
score the
Yeah.
the 4-3
after
goal.
Nemestikov puts him up, yeah, like maybe it's a little different. But right now, you look at Dallas and you're like, well, it's not a franchise that you want to talk any shit to.
It's taking a little bit of a big picture before we dive more into this game.
Yeah,
Bit of a weird stretch of the schedule for Colorado. They've had 2 days off. They play tonight. They get 2 more days off.
yeah.
The most rest they've had in over a month. As far as rest is concerned, they're mostly healthy now. I understand Lehkonen and Manson are still out, but those guys are at the point where a day here or there isn't going to really push them that much closer back into the lineup. So are these rest days important for Colorado, or is it going to disrupt their momentum a little bit? Blaze, what do you think?
No, anytime you can get rest going down the stretch, especially getting into the playoffs, you welcome it. Your players have had a grueling season, especially with all the injuries, everything that's been going on. Any extra days that you can get where you're at home just recharging is huge.
Yeah.
Fair
You don't
enough.
know what all these other guys like.
First, nobody's 100%.
Ben Myers was emergency recalled because somebody wasn't feeling great.
Nobody's saying anything.
Exactly. And so we're just kind of left to guess. And my universal theory is that Nathan MacKinnon has flown too close to the sun once again. He's too close to 100 points. The universe does not want him to get it. So he's got to be fighting off something. So he needs a 5-point game today.
With that luck, Mikko's going to score 49 off of Nathan MacKinnon somehow. Run Nathan MacKinnon over and score. Break him.
Take the puck from him on the way down.
Exactly.
My puck.
Something like that. That's genuinely the way Nathan MacKinnon's luck has gone when he approaches 100 in his career. But
Absolutely.
we'll see. We'll see on the milestone watch. Mikko, I still would say, is closer than Mac, with Mikko trying to get to 50 than Mac to 100.
Yeah, he's in a bit of a shooting slump, though.
He is. That's true.
He's been shooting a lot of pucks on net, and not many of them been going in.
We'll see. I
So
mean,
he's either due
or
for
he's
a
not
damn
going to
break
get there.
or it's not happening.
I mean, you would love to see that, right? Against Ottinger,
it'd be
who is
fun.
a quality goaltender.
Yeah, it's
to
true.
him to put up some points against him.
Yeah.
That's,
and
that's
Mikko
good for the
Rantanen-
confidence again.
Mikko Rantanen gets a 2-goal game today. I think they win. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we talk about, just based on this year's schedule, how the Avs approach Sekababas as the tired team.
Yeah.
How do you approach this from the other side? You're the rested team. You kind of know, you expect the other team to come out hot and fade pretty quickly. How do you manage that as Colorado?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think Jared Bednar is probably talking about defense first right now and creating offense off of those defensive parts, because he knows as this game goes on, Dallas is they're not going to be able to push, and they're going to push hard to come out hot, score a goal right away, 2 goals in the first period. They are loving that, but I mean, you basically have to shut it down in the first period, make it feel hopeless for them.
I hope so. I also know Joe Pavelski plays for the other team, so
yeah,
he has a knack for scoring goals on the Avs, and lately he's scored quite a few on them in the first period over the last couple of years. So we'll see.
Yep.
But
I think this is the third game that I can recall this year where the Avs are the advantaged team playing a tired team on a Sega
that's
Baba.
correct. Yeah.
The first one was against Dallas. Haha.
Funny how that happened.
That wasn't scheduled. That was because of the canceled Nashville
Yeah,
game.
the
that's
Avs
right,
didn't
yeah.
have to play.
That was supposed to be a sledge game, but they have where the Avs have won both of those games this year, but they've also been great on Sega Babas, and that's
just
where you give them
generally,
that credit for it. Yeah, and with Dallas, look, they haven't been very good lately.
They're like 4-5-1.
Yeah,
I
they've
think
just not been great over the last 20 games. They've really just kind of been okay, and they were in position to run away with the Central on January 1st.
Yep.
And they didn't. Now there's a world, if they lose this game today in regulation, Dallas is staring down the barrel of a very real possibility of being the 3 seed and going on the road in game 1 to open the postseason after they had spent 100
vast
days in
majority
first
of the
place
year.
in the Central Division or whatever. So this is a really important game for both of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for Dallas, I don't think it matters Colorado's matchup and where they go and if they're home, if they're road. I don't think it matters very much, because the big thing for the Avs is if they get those 3 guys back,
They're a different animal. Yeah.
they are leveling up
Yep.
in a major way. The other teams don't have any of that. They don't have that caveat. They're as good as they are going to get now. And so I do think these games are generally just more important for the other teams than the Avs are. Until the Avs clinch, you would like to see a little sense of urgency of let's get this done.
Right.
Especially because all of Winnipeg, Calgary, and Nashville won their most recent games. So it's you're not really that worried about it. They are still pretty far back.
But something to put in the
12
rearview mirror.
12 points,
Yeah.
right?
But you're just get this done.
That's
It's like 8, I think. Yeah.
Just get it done. A win today very really gets them obviously closer to that, but does then also put on major pressure for Dallas, because Dallas, seriously, this is kind of a panic scenario for them, where they go from we've been leading the division all year to, dude, we have to start on the road at Minnesota or Colorado. This is a potential disaster for them. So I think this game is very important for them.
So let's weigh it out here. Forward core, as is today. Whose is better, Colorado or Dallas?
as a whole. Or are we going through lines?
Yeah, as a whole. For reference, the top of Dallas is Robertson, Jamie Benn, Joe Pavelski.
Rupe Hantz. Jason Robertson's pretty good.
Jason Robertson.
Did I
It's
not
pretty
say
good.
Jason
Yeah.
Robertson? I thought I did.
Yeah.
So, Jamie Benn, obviously Wyatt Johnston's been really good for them. Tyler Seguin is he's like a bad version of Tyler Seguin.
He can
at this
still
point. I don't
shoot the
know,
puck.
I guess. I think they're good, man. And I think that they've got some speed, some youth. You know, with the Ty Delandrias of the
Yep.
world, where
Yep.
you know Roddick Foxa continues to be like old, steady, reliable, like solid, just good defensive guy. Kind of like a younger version of Lars Eller, to be honest with you, is Foxa. I think they're currently constructed, they're pretty even.
Okay.
If you put Landeskog and Lehkonen in Colorado's
Yeah.
lineup, I'm taking the Avs.
I agree. A healthy,
the lineups that will be going
a healthy
today,
Avs, but today is what
I
we're
think
talking
they're
about.
even.
here.
Yeah.
So we're push on the forwards. Defense, as is today.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heiskanen is great, but Heiskanen doesn't have a running mate in the same
No
way.
Devon Taves
as
hanging
exactly.
out. Yeah.
Cale Makar, even if, and I know Dallas fans love to live on this planet where Miro Heiskanen is on the same plane of existence as Cale Makar. He's not.
No one is.
And that's right. That is not an indictment or a
he's
knock on Miro
awesome.
Heiskanen. He is phenomenal, but he is not the same caliber of player as Cale Makar. And certainly Devon Taves, Bowen Byram, like Colin Miller's been great for them this year, but
the Avs
Devon
got
Taves
a
and
lot
Cale
of bullets
Makar
in that
or-
gun on defense for sure.
or would you rather have Colin Miller and Miro Heiskanen? Like, give me a break
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. So Avs defense and then goaltender. I think
Ottinger.
you're going with no even second thought, just straight with Ottinger.
Man, it's just the consistency in net there.
I don't think you're wrong. I'm just curious if Georgiev snuck into that
I
conversation.
mean, Georgiev is definitely like won me over, but like right now, if you were to say, okay, pickup game, who are you taking first? I'm probably taking Ottinger.
Okay. All right. I probably would too.
Yep.
But I don't want to sleep on Georgiev there.
No. Nothing against. I think he's been playing great.
Yeah,
It's just you see those games like where you talked about it's either one goal or it's 5 goals, right? So you get rid of those. It's a lot closer of a decision to be made.
I think that their regular season results, when you start to get into the fancier stuff, are very comparable. Ottinger has one playoff series under
was
his
really
belt.
good in it though.
It was one of the greatest, lost that series goaltending performances in recent history. And maybe longer, I don't know. But I mean, he was unbelievable in that Calgary series. He was so crazy good. But as we've seen with Igor Shesterkin this year,
It can stop at any
that,
moment. Yeah.
that level is extremely hard to get to and impossible to stay at. But he got there in a playoff series.
so you know he can do it.
So it's there, and is that the only time it happens, or is this going to be? Are we about to have another Vasilevsky? Oh, when the chips really get down, this guy's like, I'm not letting pucks by me, kind of thing. And with Georgiev, we just have question marks.
We just don't know yet. Yeah.
So I would say the regular season this year, I don't think that there's been any kind of discernible difference between them.
yeah, it's very close statistically.
Yeah.
We do have $2 from Banks here who says rebound. Let's get it. Yeah,
Yes.
that
bounces.
sums it up. Yeah, get a couple rebounds
Yeah.
would be good. No kidding. All right. One other thing I want to touch on here. We've talked about it a little bit before. We all kind of agree the Avs don't really have a proper rival across this era.
Yeah.
In a world where 2-3 is Dallas, Colorado.
In a world.
Does that? In a world.
Exactly.
Where 2 NHL teams play each other in the playoffs. Could that build? Could it be Dallas? You face them again in the playoffs for the second time in 3 or 4 years. Does that start something, or do you think it's just not there?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
You need that in order for that to start something, but we're not there yet. I mean, we
Okay.
thought Vegas was going to be our blood rival for all of time, for a long time, and they missed the postseason. They have to win the cup, and you're kind of just like, bitch, who are you?
2 teams in 2 different realms at that point.
Yeah, like you're just like,
I mean, the matchups has got to be good, right? And then
Yeah.
on top of it, there's got to be some anger behind it. There's stuff going on after the whistles,
true.
guys that don't like each other. I mean, that's what really makes that rivalry. If you just like play each other every year and it's great hockey,
Shake hands and you're done. Yeah.
it doesn't have that same feel as that
Okay.
grit, that want
true.
just to beat the other team, to beat them down onto the ice. Like,
yeah.
you need that from a series a few times, in a few years to get that going.
All right. Some bad blood may be necessary.
Good
Yeah.
start tonight.
Blaze, is there blood in the water on these bets tonight, or are we going safe?
No. Well, kind of safe. I mean, when you're talking about goal scoring and you're getting minus,
Yeah.
I mean, it's feeling good, and it feels like that dam has to break, especially for the Avs to be successful tonight. So, Mikko, anytime goal, want to get him to the 50, right? MacKinnon's ready to go. I think you're going to see him kind of jump out of the gate, too. And then I'm going to keep doing this till it happens. Taves with a point.
With the point at plus. It's just, you
plus
might
money.
as well.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
I mean, look, and on every night you need your best players to be your best players, but you're talking about a tired team, and Mikko and Mac are the two guys that are hardest to defend when you have tired legs. So,
well, and especially, Taves is back there. He's going to be playing with the top line. So if those guys are scoring, pretty
Taves
likely
getting
he's going to get a
points.
point.
Most likely. That sometimes the quick math works. So jump on it. Go over to the DraftKings Sportsbook today. Download their app. Use the DNVR code when you sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boost. You bet $5 with the new account and the DNVR code. You get $150 in free bets just for placing the bet. You don't even have to get it right. I think you can take that $150, bet on whatever you fancy. You can make a good chunk of change with that type of cash. So go in, check it out. You must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Other terms, restrictions, and conditions apply. See the show notes down below for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And it's all void in Ohio. AJ's giggling at stuff over there.
Yeah, so they've got Suter with Heiskanen, Lindell with Hockenpah, and Hanley with Miller.
Okay. Neat.
I mean, Gerard Byram against Lindell Hockenpah as a second pairing does not feel
I'll take
like
the Avs
advantage
10 out of 10.
Dallas,
Yeah. $5 here from Miss Truly, who says, I don't know exactly why, but Minnesota just pissed me off the entire time the other night. It got chippy too. Does Dallas make you feel that way?
Yeah.
They can, for sure.
Especially last game, right? It, insult to injury on the Avs there, where Jamie Benn was just taking free shots at guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you're getting to that level of hatred there.
I mean, athletes are going to be athletes. They'll find a reason to hate each other if they want to.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's either in your mind or it's actual. It doesn't matter.
Right. One way or another, they'll find a reason to do it. All right. We are going to wrap up this pregame. We appreciate all of y'all hanging out with us. We do have a watch-along and a postgame coming your way. So whatever you fancy, be sure you tune in. One or both of those. We'll be with you in 5-10 minutes here for watch-along, and then break it all down after the game. We appreciate you, and don't get fooled today.